Let's look at the various categories of mixed reality now. The reality virtuality continuum proposed by Milgram facilitates a better understanding of these technologies. The continuum has a fully real environment on the left side, that is the real world, and a fully virtual environment, that is virtual reality, on the right side. Mixed technology in the middle of the continuum is mixed reality. It can be real environment augmented with some virtual information, or augmented virtuality where some reality has been added to the virtual environment. This distinction often becomes blurred depending on the application and industry. Reality virtuality continuum proposed by Milgram gives different combinations of virtual and real environments. The first category mentioned in the continuum is reality, the physical world. It is the physical setting of the real world consisting of movable and immovable objects, living and non-living entities, buildings, cables, roads, vehicles, and real human beings. Second on the continuum is augmented reality. It happens when in the real environment virtual objects are added. The augmentation can happen in a park, it can be on a road, at a restaurant, anywhere. Traffic signs and road directions can be augmented on real world to help the commuters. These virtual objects can provide information, can be a game, or even a message for the user. AR comes when we move towards right side on the continuum. This experience in AR is facilitated by using a headset or specially designed glasses. An application developed by Wayne State University allows users to wander the campus while getting information on the places around them. As the user draws closer to a location, the app displays other information like the building hours and other points of interest. Students can easily locate different departments and its distance from their current location. Taking the idea of augmented reality further, Fener made a see-through head-worn display to create the first example of a mobile augmented reality system called as Mars, which took the technology from indoors to outdoor. Mars was connected to a computer, had a Wi-Fi access, and was more like a backpack. The initial version was called a Turing machine. The software in Mars generated the graphics and showed it on the headset, and also provided communication interface to the server and the web pages. Next on the continuum is augmented virtuality. In augmented virtuality, the environment is virtual, not physical, and is in this sense the opposite of augmented reality. In augmented virtuality, real life entities, human beings, animals, or furniture can be augmented onto a virtual world. This integration can be done by augmenting a real life object or a video stream of real environment over a virtual setting. This technology can be used for virtual tours of theme parks or botanical gardens with a real human guide, or a botanist, where the virtual location and human beings interact in real time. The last on the continuum on the extreme right side is virtual reality. It's a synthetic creation of virtual world designed for a certain purpose like gaming or entertainment. It is totally isolated from a real physical setting. The objects in this virtual world are unreal and have a virtual presence only. The user gets completely immersed in the VR once he wears a headset. In virtual reality, the movement of user is restricted since the wires and the cables will get detached. On the other hand, in augmented reality, the user is free to move and travel in the environment. In virtual reality, the user feels as though he has been transported to a new world and a new environment. New applications of virtual reality includes the concept of browser. A browser helps in parallel web processing and browsing, where the user enjoys an immersive experience while revisiting, maintaining, managing, and comparing the content of web pages. Moving on, let's look at the hardware and gear used in mixed reality. Head-mounted displays are quite common in mixed reality systems. Generally, a head-mounted display will have one or more display units connected together to form a correct perspective of the virtual image. Head-mounted displays made for VR do not provide any see-through capability. A camera attached to the HMD captures the real-world view. The image captured by the camera is merged with the virtual images to create real-time MR experiences. On the other hand, optical see-through HMD with semi-transparent mirrors allows a field of view of 45 degrees and provide a resolution of 1280 by 1024 pixels. Moving on, handheld displays are also used to see reality and virtual objects. Cameras attached to the handheld displays combine images from different environments. The position and angle of the handheld display is used to create the virtual image. These handheld displays are cheaper than HMDs as they don't support optical compensation. Microsoft Corporation has developed HoloLens to deliver Windows mixed reality experiences. Holographic devices are characterized by the headset's ability to create and place digital content in the real world around the users as if they are really there. Holographic content can be superimposed on physical walls and even on virtual walls. This content is experienced with the help of a HoloLens. Microsoft with their HoloLens has emerged as a leader in MR industry. HoloLens allows virtual objects, sounds and images to come together as a virtual layer in the surroundings around the user. A HoloLens is a headgear with lenses to see and use holograms displayed on the environment through mixed reality. Microsoft's mixed reality systems create colored images called holograms with which the user can easily interact by tapping on it or selecting the option from a menu. HoloLens is fitted with the sensors and cameras to track the movement of the camera, which is seen only by the viewer. Along with the holograms which float in the air around the user can very well see the physical world as well as the virtual world. In this way, the user is able to interact with 3D images which can be superimposed on real world objects like walls or just hang in the air in front of the user. Let's look at the concept of registration, which is extremely important. A device that determines the position and orientation of a body and interprets it is termed as a tracking device. A tracking device gives the tracking data about the user from the environment. Tracking systems are of two types. In a passive tracking system, the object can be detected with the help of sensors from a distant location. The object to be tracked should have a sensor attached to it. The resolution power of these tracking systems is not high. Now, active tracking systems include technologies like global positioning systems, which uses radio signals, visual markers which use computer recognition algorithms, and acoustic tracking systems which uses supersonic devices for tracking. Global positioning systems receive data from satellites about its position and the relative position of other satellites in real time. GPS is used by military and also by airplanes, ships and cars for navigation purposes. GPS signals travel in line of sight and the signals get weak if a building happens to be in their path. Visual markers are graphic symbols designed to mark position and orientation of objects with respect to the camera or vice versa. Too many visual markers may clutter the scene and the virtual setting may get complex. They are inexpensive and are used both indoors and outdoors. With the advancement in technology to scan and understand the environment, collaborative tasks between different two-dimensional and three-dimensional devices has become possible. Better spatial positioning and registration facilitates better tracking of mobile devices to enhance real-world and provide higher degree of immersive experiences.